as much as there's certain things that can be said about Dali Mpofu against the EFF or in comparison with other leaders within the EFF, but the man is very matured, man. The man is very matured and the man is very respectful. That one, you can never take it away from the man. And by the way, and by the look of things, it seems like Julius Malema and Dali Mpofu, they have a very respectful relationship. I don't think they're friends, I don't think they're close friends, but as political people meeting in the political scene as politicians, I think these two people have a very respectful and respected relationship. But I want you guys to listen to something Dali Mpofu was saying about whether the EFF and Julius Malema is a cult leader, is a dictator or not. Listen here.
Former EFF chairperson Dali Mpofu says there is no bad blood between himself and party leader Julius Malema. Mpofu spoke to ENCA following his exit from the party. He has joined the Umkhonto weSizwe party. Asked about allegations that Malema is a dictator, Mpofu had this to say.
Julius Malema, as I said, is one of the most gifted politicians in this country. All things being equal, he might one day be the president of this country, and it would be to the benefit of the country. And the issue of dictatorship is just exaggerated because he's such a big personality. But speaking for myself and other EFF leaders, there were so many issues on which we differed. I mean, even now, his podcast on Friday, he said that I said that, this is, we must go this way with MK, and he had a different view. But if he was a dictator, why would I have put a position and we had differences and we still carried on? There were many points in the EFF where there was that interaction. Maybe some people don't voice their feelings, that's their problem. But you can't blame him for that here.
So that was Mr. Dali Mpofu and Mr. Dr. Mpofu, Walsh's father. This is Mr. Dali Mpofu coming to the defense of Mr. Julius Malema, defending the popular narrative, the popular notion against even his own MK party people, against the DA people, against people who are coming with false allegations, trying to say this man is a dictator, this man is a cult leader, wara. False information, disinformation all over the place. It's like it doesn't agree with it. And bear with me, he's not speaking as someone who hasn't been in the EFF. He's speaking as someone who has been in the EFF, who has been a leader in high positions of the EFF, who has represented the EFF in public. He's speaking as someone who has been in close proximity with the leader of the EFF, Julius Malema. And this man is saying, and worst part is speaking as a man in a different political party that has declared war against the EFF. And he's saying, no, he doesn't agree. Julius Malema is not a cult leader. He's not a cult leader. And this notion is just presented by people who have false information. Look, man, he's even said it. If there's certain people who don't want to disagree with Julius Malema on certain things, maybe it's them. But don't blame it on Julius Malema. If you don't want to be outspoken and disagree with a person, of course disagreeing doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful. Like that young boy was so. That boy was very disrespectful. People are coming to his defense, and I'm like, you can come to his defense all you want, but he crossed the line when he decided to be disrespectful and insult the leadership of the EFF. He could have said those things without insulting anyone, without belittling the party and the leaders. But clearly, he was sponsored as an agent to come and be the Ndlozi faction. That boy, you can't give an example as that boy, that if you disagree with Julius Malema, they're going to chase you. That boy shouldn't be even the example to this situation. He shouldn't be, because he can't be. He was not doing it the proper way. You can disagree without disrespecting. And you can hear Mr. Dali Mpofu saying he has disagreed before with the CIC on plenty of things. And he still doesn't think this man is a dictator. A dictator doesn't give you an opportunity to present an opposing view. It doesn't give you an opportunity to come up with your own plans, with your own... lot of the things that the EFF does, by the way, this you don't know, many of you. These things are discussed in the EFF CCT. And then later on, they go to the EFF, the war room. Strategies, what to be presented, what documents should the CIC read in public. Majority of the things you are holding the CIC against him, those things were never proposed by him, by the way. They were proposed by a collective wisdom. Even Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, when she left the EFF on Season Mpofu Walsh channel, she even said it, that in the EFF, a person doesn't just take a decision. A decision must be taken by the collective. And she doesn't like that because she wanna be a boss bitch. Hey, maybe she didn't say a boss bitch. I'm sorry for the language. She said she wanna be a boss lady. She wanna be the one, you know. That's why in the MK party, she went there after she said she's going to chill with the kids and the family. And then they gave her some leadership power. And then she's a boss lady in Mpumalanga. She's enjoying it. There's no more I wanna chill with my kids. There's no more, hey, politics is not my thing. Clearly, politics is a thing as long as she's a boss babe. So, she also said it. So, I don't get it, this thing of a cult leader. But I think it's just one of those things people come with just to insult. Just because they don't have anything else to say about the EFF. I want to next these people to say they don't have anything to talk about. All they have is EFF in their mouth. All they have is Julius Malema in their mouth. Abana Sipe, they don't have nothing else. Hey, this one, taking clips, small clips every day about Julius Malema, posting all over the place. This one of cult leader dictator is worse. Usually worse when it comes from people who are in the MK party. These people in the MK party, their leader is the biggest dictator. They don't even see it. They don't even know what dictator means. They can't even spell it. Dictator. This man has all the power, even the power to change the constitution of that party. That man has the power to go against the things in the constitution. That's how much of a dictator he gets to be. So, what are you saying? Let other people say this thing of dictators against the EFF. But even if you go to their parties, Patriotic Alliance people wanna say dictator, dictator. Their leader has always been the president ever since. They don't go to elective conferences. These people of the Patriotic Alliance, Herman Mashaba, ATM, all these people, they always been leaders, the leaders there. So what are you saying? Don't say these things knowing very well you come from a party that has a dictator, a real dictator. Because otherwise you look like a hypocrite and a clown. But of course, it is what it is. We thank you very much.
Former EFF chairperson Dali Mpofu says there is no bad blood between himself and party leader Julius Malema. Mpofu spoke to ENCA following his exit from the party. He has joined the Umkhonto weSizwe party. Asked about allegations that Malema is a dictator, Mpofu had this to say.
Julius Malema, as I said, is one of the most gifted politicians in this country. All things being equal, he might one day be the president of this country, and it would be to the benefit of the country. And the issue of dictatorship is just exaggerated because he's such a big personality. But speaking for myself and other EFF leaders, there were so many issues on which we differed. I mean, even now, his podcast on Friday, he said that I said that, this is, we must go this way with MK, and he had a different view. But if he was a dictator, why would I have put a position and we had differences and we still carried on? There were many points in the EFF where there was that interaction. Maybe some people don't voice their feelings, that's their problem. But you can't blame him for that. Yeah.